guys with my current diet. I'm here in Pattaya, Thailand, so that gives you an idea of what's accessible to me. But it's mostly about nutrient timing. I'd start the day almost like intermittent fasting. I don't eat very much in the morning and afternoon. And keep in mind, this is when I'm trying to lose fat, not when I'm trying to build muscle. And when we do the transformations, it's a completely different diet. But for myself, for health purposes, and also to lose some fat, but still have some performance, I've chosen to eat most of my calories in the end of the day. It's sort of like carbohydrate backloading. I want to train in the afternoon with pretty depleted, and I am. When I go to the gym and I work out, I'm depleted, I feel depleted, and I push through the workout. And then after the workout, that's when I take all my hardcore bodybuilding supplements. Well, I should just say growth hormone and insulin. And anabolics have nothing to do with workout timing necessarily right now. But the growth hormone and the insulin do, because that's what I use when I take in my most amount of calories. So it's an example of the pendulum theory of Dr. Tony Huge's laws of biochemistry physics, or chemistry biophysics, is that if we spend our time in the middle of normal, mediocre homeostasis, what evolution wants our body to do, instead of what we imagine for ourselves and create as our own reality for ourselves, which is to have more muscle or be superhuman in some way, then because I want to be superhuman, I have to get myself out of that normal range. So in the morning, it's not like I eat a small meal. Instead, I try to go fasted as long as I can. That would be the extreme. That would be the pendulum swinging this way. And then after the workout, after my cortisol's low, my adrenaline's low, my body's ready to go into rest and recovery and repair mode, that's when I have all my calories. But it's also because it's closer to bedtime, because I sleep so much better with all that food in me. So I'd say the number one reason I chose to do this diet is because I want to sleep better at night. I notice I sleep so much better when I eat at night, and a lot at night before bed and in the middle of the night, even snacking. And I notice my mental performance is better when I don't eat in the morning. I have more energy and I'm not tired when I'm digesting. So there's a lot of reasons why I chose to do this diet. I will do this as long as I want to be losing fat. When it's time to gain muscle again, I won't skip breakfast. I'll eat a big breakfast and I'll be tired for it. And I'll eat a big meal before bed also. Pretty much the constant is I'm always eating before bed for sleep purposes and relaxation purposes. The difference is if I'm cutting, I'm not eating earlier in the day, or I'm eating keto or less calories depending. But my main choice is just not to eat earlier in the day. But this also changes if my body's metabolism is so fast that I feel too catabolic in the morning. So if I can smell ammonia on my breath, or I'm just very depleted and weak, but I feel like my metabolism's going fast, so I feel but through my body temperature, I was almost going to say heart rate, but there's just, I just after enough experience, I don't even know what indicators to tell you to look for. But from my experience, when my metabolism's going very quick because I had a really good night's sleep and I trained really hard the day before and my hormones are optimized, then I can still lose a ton of fat and still eat breakfast. In fact, I should eat breakfast, because otherwise I miss that opportunity of also gaining muscle. So it changes so much. That's why it's so hard to give such generalized advice to anybody, anything. I discovered what works for me through decades of trial and error on my own body, and I'm still learning every day, and my body's still changing every day. So there's no one perfect diet for one person at one, well, I should say there's no constant diet that you could ever find that works perfect for you, that's always going to work, that would work for someone else the same way. It all requires personal adaptation, and this just happens to be the most optimal diet I've found for my goals at this time.